What is up? This episode has spoilers and possible threats of megalomania. So if you have not watched this episode, please be advised. Thank you for tuning in. What is up, 26th century fans? This is your host, Metatron Urel. Welcome back to my channel. You are watching Nephilim Entertainment, and this is my coverage of the Orville. This is episode 12, Mad Idolatry. Yeah, season finale. It's been a long trip, guys, but here we are. And we are starting off with, Eddie boy, he's looking for a drinky drink. He's wanting to get his drink on, but can't find nobody to drink with. He goes to Gordon. Gordon's already in his jammies. He's jammed out. Doesn't want to get out. So, moving on. Visits old John, which last episode John got a big promotion. So you thinking, oh, he's probably busy with work, taking a job serious and do some serious stuff. Nope. He's got him a lady friend. I didn't catch her name, but oh my god, she's a hottie. And I think she might have been enjoying some herbs when when Ed came in. And I love it when she's like, "Yeah, you want to join us?" And John's like, "You know what? I just remembered I gotta get up early tomorrow. Sorry. You kids have fun." Walking away. I love John's character. So apparently he's got him a lady friend and possibly some booty. So, hey. Alright, last up is the married couple, Bordis and Kadon. So, what are these two gentlemen up to? Well, when I had asked them if they wanted to go for a drink, they just put the baby away, and now they're having a drink. But they're having a Mocklin drink known as Upsada. The hell is Upsada? Does not... Like, when it comes to any kind of alien drink, I am very skeptical. Very skeptical because the Mocklins have an entirely different way of doing things. Just saying. So, let's see what Upsada is. Apparently, it is a bacterial drink that once you drink it, it grows and festers into a parasite which offers a most pleasurable experience. Huh? Ed? Get out. Just go. Get out. Why are you... Now he's offering to play a Mocklin game. I didn't catch the name of the game, but apparently they're tossing around a big ball like a hot potato. So what is the point of this game? You just take it, you just toss it, you just take it, you just toss it. And take it. What if I don't want to toss it? A big knife comes out and stabs you through the hand. Ouch. And apparently Ed's the winner for that. So when all else fails, he calls Kelly, second in command. Also his ex-wife, for those who, for some reason, don't know. Calls Kelly, asks her to go out for a drink. And when they go and they have their drinks, which you gotta admire Ed's swag. He's got a little bit of a swag about him. You gotta admit that. Well, when he's talking to Kelly, he informs her, like, hey, just thinking, I miss you. Which you can see the chemistry between them. It's been there since day one. And even with the hurt feelings and the hateful things that they've said, I mean, there was always some little tension there. I mean, we're not going to deny that. There was always a little friction between them that could go either way. They either hate each other or they madly in love with each other. Either way, it's never just smooth sailings between those two. So they decided to carry on the night away with some drinks. Even though the next day they're going to an uncharted place, to do research or to at least map out the terrain, whatever. Well, they're hungover, which, being in a big alien spacecraft, for one, it's like neon lights everywhere. I mean, bright as hell. You're hungover. You're staring at a star. The hell? I mean, it's just, it's not good for a hangover whatsoever. And apparently there's no longer any earth remedies to take care of hangovers because they're both suffering. Hey, just take you a couple cups of coffee, you be good. Suck it up, champ. So, when they decided to find out about this anomaly, they go out in a vehicle. It's John, Isaac, and Kelly. Well, when they go out there, apparently a planet appears out of nowhere. And the ship gets sucked out of the sky onto said planet. First of all, where did this planet come from? It just appeared out of nowhere. There it is. Wait, what? Was that there a few minutes ago? I mean, even us people who weren't hungover thought that was a little messed up. Just saying. We're not imagining things. Yeah. But when they get there, they had to repair the ship because apparently the fast going from space to atmosphere kind of done a number on the ship's engines. So Isaac and Gordon are working on it. Well, Kelly decides that she is tired of waiting. Well, this is why I love Isaac's character, because even when he says something that we generally would say, it's funnier when it comes from him because he's a robot. He's an organic robot, so he has no idea the complexities about human speech. And how he basically says, hey, Kelly, you're being, what's it called again? Pissy? Call a woman a bitch and you get a high five. So, Kelly decides that she's going to go on a nice little adventure. Well, when she does, she meets a village, or she sees a village off a hill, or off of a mountaintop ledge, or whatever. And apparently it's what they call a Bronze Age kind of village. I guess it's where they do stuff like really, really old-fashioned. They don't even have internet? Nope. They play with rocks and draw in caves, basically. So, what does this planet have to offer? Not much. I guess to look at it and go, wow, I have cable at home. This sucks. Goodbye. Well, in the process of this, Kelly makes a friend. Kelly makes a friend with this little girl. Apparently, she saves her from an injury. Oh yeah, sure. Nothing can go wrong with making a friend, right? Nothing at all. Nothing can go wrong. Oh, she's injured? She hit her head on a rock? Well, here, let me pull out this space-age device and heal her wound. Almost magically. Almost magically. Nothing can go wrong, right? Right? That's just a little boo-boo, and we'll fix that up. I knew it was weird when I'm watching this. She leaves, and the little girl looks at her and goes, Kelly. Ho, ho, ho. Honey, that doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good. So, apparently, Kelly had broken protocol. That you're not supposed to interact with a primitive species like that because it's, I guess, cultural contamination or whatever. Basically, what that means is that if you go in there and you do something that upsets the nature of things and how it's supposed to be, that is actually considered against the law with the Starfleet Command. So Ed covers for Kelly. Big surprise. They haven't even went on their date yet, and he's already covering her up for her mistakes and making sure she stays out of trouble. Man, you were whipped before you even get whipped. I mean, that is just sad, sad, sad. I would do the same thing. Probably. So, the planet ends up disappearing, which is a big shocker. It reappears and disappears. Fascinating. What the hell's going on? Well, so they go all quantum physics on this thing. They say it's a multi-orbital, or what do they call it? Multi-phasic orbit. Huh? Basically, what that means is that you got parallel dimensions, I guess what you can say, stacked in a way, and they end up somehow phasing through one dimension to another. So that's what basically happened. It gets on an orbit, phases out, phases back in. Which is, it's just like, it's kind of like, just like our dimension, their dimension, their dimension, our dimension, their dimension. Basically what that is. So yeah, for all those who aren't into the big science fiction, science fact kind of shit, it's a little like, oh man, this is weird. But for the eggheads and for the people into the science fiction thing, yeah, it's mind blowing. I will have to say I was officially mind blown. I'm still cleaning it up, but anyway. Well, they get back there and they decide that in 11 days they're gonna see how the things are going on the planet, see if Kelly had an effect on anything. Well, in the meantime, what can they do for fun? How about their date? How's their date go? Well, I guess Ed thought he'd be smooth. Instead of synthesizing food, he decides to cook food. Huh. Yeah, which, cooking for a girl, I mean, especially when you're in a spaceship, I guess it has some swag qualities to it, but John, John didn't roll out the fact that he's a horrible cook. Lovely! So he has to synthesize a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I think it's somewhat comical because, with Eddie cracking jokes and his usual sarcasm and Kelly playing off of them, they're apparently hitting it off. And honest to God, when things are on a high, we've seen them in a bad note. We've seen them in a bad note before, especially back in the first of the season where they're trapped in a cage at the zoo was alien world thought humans were less than a sentient creature. They're put in a zoo, and they bickered and fussed and fight. But now we got to see them being somewhat flirty and somewhat, I guess you'd say, casual with each other. So it's actually, you can see where the chemistry is. You can see how they hit it off because they do well to play off each other because they're both very sarcastic people, both highly intelligent, both very quick-witted, and for them to play off each other, it gets really comical. So we're seeing a very positive spin on their relationship. So with that being said, we move on 11 days later, and the planet comes back, but something's different. Apparently they had a population increase, and it went from being basically huts on the side of the river to an actual 14th century village. Well, apparently during this multiphasic orbit, as I said, when they're over here, they're in our time. When they're in here on their time, 700 years go past. When they're here, they're only here for a short time. Go back another 700 years. So basically, when it done its multiphasic thing within 11 days, apparently 700 years in the other dimension went by. So yeah, nothing drastic has changed, right? Other than the population growth and an advance in civilization. Sure, everything's fine. Peachy. Why don't we go and take a look, says John, Gordon, Kelly, and Alara. Why don't we go take a look? On the way there, someone stops and asks Kelly to give a blessing to their child. Just Kelly. No, just Kelly. Nothing weird about that, right? Just people from a distant land giving out blessings. Yeah, sure, nothing wrong with that. Sure, I'm sure everything's fine. Yeah, sure. They go into village. Well, they come across people hung up on crosses. And apparently they were judged by the word of Kelly. Yeah, Kelly is God now. Not a megalomaniac thing. Like, seriously, these people think her as God. Yeah, they build up a temple. They have their own version of the Pope. Yeah, they have people judged out in the square, and even parents are telling their kids if they don't act right, Kelly will judge them. All right? Yeah, Kelly's God. Now, that's it. It's over with. Kelly's God. I'm done. Yeah, nothing went wrong with you healing that little girl. Apparently, she saw that and it started a religion. Wow. So, well, they get back to the ship. It speaks up. Yeah, I guess you can't exactly cover this one up now, can you, dude? Especially if the science community comes and tries to do research on this planet. Your guy looks an awfully lot like the Orville's first command. Her first commander, Ed Mercer's second in command. Why is that? Apparently Kelly boo-booed. Yeah, the Admiral finds out about this. She gives orders to John and his group to stay away. They're not allowed on the planet. They're not allowed to do anything. They're not allowed to interact with them. Given the fact that when they do their monophasic thing or multiphasic thing, in about a couple months time, they'll actually have space travel and they'll come find you, basically, and then you can have a word with them. But other than that, you're not allowed to step foot on the planet. Okay, Johns and Gordon and Alara and everybody else is all cool with that, right? Right? Not Ed. Ed decides to disobey orders. They go back to the planet and tell the truth. They meet the Pulp, which basically is a guy named Valdos or Valanos, and tell him, "Look, I'm not a god." Kelly says this. "I'm not a god. I bleed just like you." And she even cuts herself and heals herself with her own tag to show, "Hey, I'm not a god." Well, they leave because they have 30 minutes to do all this. Well, when they leave, old Vol decides that, well, maybe there's something that needs to be said to the people because they need to know the truth. This religion does not exist. One of his second commands takes it upon himself to put a knife in his back because apparently he wants to use religion as a means to keep people in check, to keep power over the state. Huh. Yeah. Apparently he's wanting to use it as a means to keep law and order and keep everybody from doing anything. So you're basically using God as a means to keep people in line. Well, that's great. Religion is just awesome that way.
See ya. Oh, yeah.
So after that, another 11 days go by, and mind you, this is the second time they waited for 11 days. So it's been 3 weeks. 3 weeks they've stayed in this one spot. Meanwhile, over 1,000 years have went by for the other planet. Well, when they come, they find out, hey, Kelly's still God, because now they're able to communicate via satellites, use tech and whatnot. Basically, what we have this modern age. And they actually have TV evangelists that preach in Kelly's name. They have debates on TV versus people being taught Kelly's word in school. Yeah, this is went from goofy to interesting. Yeah, apparently the people are still massing and worshiping Kelly, which is great. Even though Kelly is not too big on it because people are not only are they living in her name, but they're killing in her name, causing mass hysteria over her name. So Isaac decides, which first Kelly volunteered to do it, but Isaac decided, hey, why don't I stay there? My body doesn't age like yours does. Why don't I stay there and I fix this? Get everybody on the same boat. Okay, yeah, sure, why not? Well, nobody gets him a bonfire party. It's like, hey, Isaac, see you later. It's great talking to you. Great knowing you. Well, Another 11 days pass by. Mind you, this is now up to 2001 or 2100 years from when they first originally met these people, mind you. And also, it's been a month. They have been in this one little area for a month. And, well, when the 11 days come by, they find the planet and it actually has a futuristic look. Okay, look, I got a head faked. I want to be honest with it. I thought maybe Isaac went down there, showed his robot might, took over the planet, and now rule the planet with an iron fist. And it was, going to be a massive I rule the planet kind of thing, and this is now my place, and I'm God. And I thought that's where I was going to go with. I'm sorry I had a notion that Isaac was going to be the evil robot overlord type thing. But no, no it wasn't. The ship actually comes back and actually comes back to drop Isaac off, which was great, even though they teleported it in. But they at least asked for permission first, which was great. Well, the two representatives that come with Isaac said some pretty deep stuff, and this is one reason why I like Seth MacFarlane's stuff, because he will have the most goofy, funny, comical stuff, but he will touch base with the most deep stuff ever and really make you think, because I love what he says, has one of his people say in the skit. Basically, when they're talking, Kelly's apologizing for what she did to the planet. How she basically formed her own religion. Mind you, these people are capable of space travel, they're enlightened, they know about space and aliens, and they know about space travel. So, she apologized to these people for basically starting a religion on the planet. And they both said it's okay, because at some point, mythos will develop and occur on any kind of planet. It doesn't matter if it didn't take her face, it would have took somebody else's face. Basically, what that's saying is that a religion will form regardless. If it doesn't have you as a spokesperson, it'll have somebody else. Deep stuff. Very deep stuff. I applaud you, Seth. That was very deep. Makes you really think about religion and about how people want to present it. I mean, it's really need to take into account of that. So, all this takes place. People actually, and on a good note, Isaac's back. Everyone's in one piece. Apparently, Ed and Kelly didn't get in trouble for basically creating a religion on the planet. So, hey, kudos to them. Now it comes to the end of the episode, and Kelly wants to talk to Ed about their relationship. When a chick wants to talk about things, it's not always good. Apparently, Kelly feels that Ed and her relationship will not work out because it makes him have a lapse in judgment. A man having a lapse in judgment over a woman. Shocker. But she feels that he won't be able to properly command a ship, which I have to applaud to her. Instead of being some selfish little bitch, wanting her way, wanting to get spoiled and pampered and all this, she's actually more concerned about his career and his job as opposed to just getting what she can out of him. Okay, for a chick who has a reputation at the first of this for being a self-centered, careless, heartless bitch, Kelly's character, I'm really digging. I'm really liking her because she's willing to throw away her own personal feelings to keep his job and his command safe. Not to mention keep their friendship safe. I applaud you for that, Kelly. I hope to God you find happiness now. Just not hope to Kelly that you find happiness now. Alright, usually I do what's up next for Orville, but with it being the season finale, there isn't really much to talk about other than what I hope for the next season. And what I really do hope with is, honestly, what they've got going now, just keep it going. I mean, they talk about some deep stuff, they have some comical stuff, and then they have stuff that just leaves you scratching your head. But I hope for more character development. And I hope for more Laura time. That's my girl. Show me some more Laura. Please. But yeah, there's not too much on the show that I would want to fine tune. I mean, it's good as it is, and it's even better. And I honestly think they could take this farther than just maybe 1 or 2 seasons. As long as Fox doesn't, do their normal thing and cancel it after a couple of episodes or a couple of seasons, I can see this show actually being the next big thing. I mean, he's got Family Guy that's been going on for what? Probably about 12, 13 years. I may be wrong on that number, but it's the general idea that he's got a show like that. It's been around for so long. I honestly think that he can take the Orville and take it just as far, if not farther. Maybe even have a few guest cameos or a few guest stars on it to liven up the show and to give it more more of a comical twist. Feature some of the original Star Trek characters on it, and you would have an awesome show. But that's going to do it right for me. My question for y'all is, when it comes to the Orville Season 1 right now, are you going to skip the second season? You watched the first season, that was good enough for you. Are you going to buy the first season on DVD and rewatch this whole season all over again? Or are you going to buy the first season and continue on with the second season and on until the show runs its course? Let me know on this survey up here. But that's going to do it right for me. This is Metatron Url, and you're watching Nephilim Entertainment. Make sure to give me a big thumbs up down below. Leave me some nice little comments down below. Subscribe to my page for more content. And stay tuned to the end of the video for more content. But to all you daydreamers and creators out there, keep your heads in the clouds. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.